I want to take a moment away from the news to introduce to you our Friday Fans at 4. We've got a good group in again this week, and if you often hear John Farley talking about Granny Goose when he's talking about one of our WeatherNet reporters, Granny Goose actually has a name, Alice Gorman, and her husband Paul. So glad to have you. Now, how long have you been a WeatherNet reporter for WIS?
About 4 or 5 years.
So are you guys weather gurus? Are you constantly watching it?
Not really.
But enough to tell us what it's doing over there, right? And Paul, you actually have a television background. How long were you in TV?
About 35 years.
Wow. What amazes you the most as you look at what TV is today compared to when you got into it decades ago?
Well, we used to edit a tape, you had to cut it in half with a pair of scissors and a razor blade and actually tape it together today. Then it went on to editing 2-inch tapes, then beta, and that's done in the computer. It's wild.
It is really amazing, the technology now, how much it's changed, and yet it continues to change so much, you know. Alice, what do you think of the fact that when John's doing the weather over there that he's actually just against a green screen?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
And then we had, go ahead.
There's nothing there, I mean.
It looks like it. But
yes, at home we see the maps, and he knows just where to touch it.
Yes, well, we are so glad to have you, Alice. We're so glad to have you, Paul, and all the rest of them. And in fact, when these folks here, Lisa and her son Calvin, went up against the green wall, what happened to you guys, Lisa?
We were invisible men.
Yeah, we were really invisible.
It's because the color they had on matches the one on the board, and so they keyed out, as we call it in TV lingo. Well, we're going to meet more of our friends at 4, our family, our fans here. I'm so glad to have them. But first,